All right, so in this question, in this video, we're going to go through the revision test that you had, which was the 2014 CAT. Now, let's have a look at this. We've got cost is equal to, well, we've got to have something which says here that we're connecting T, and T is in what? T is time in hours. So we're going to have something T plus or minus something else. Now, first of all, to rent a power tool, there is an additional charge of $12. So it doesn't matter how long you rent it for. If you rent it for 0 hours, it's going to cost you $12. So that's going to be plus 12. So therefore, we know that we've got this constant plus 12. And which of these has that? It doesn't. This isn't a constant. Okay, and this doesn't have a constant plus 12. We could actually virtually rule it out, and I'm going to say the answer is E. Did we all get E? Yeah. Okay. However, it's saying that there's $30 per hour, which means for every hour that you increase, for every hour that you increase your rental, then you're increasing the cost by $30. So therefore, we need something with a gradient of 30t plus 12, but you didn't even need to know that because the only thing which had a constant of plus 12 in it was E. Okay, slope of a line, well, of course, we're using rise over run, or we can say that the slope, and I'm not going to use my calculator, is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. That's just rise over run, isn't it? Now, y2 being the second, or the point to the right. This is the point on the right, this is the point on the left. Just be careful with that when you come to your negative signs. So what we've got is y2 is minus 5 minus y1, which is 10, over x2 is 5 minus x1, which is negative 5. So the answer is negative 15 on the top. 5 minus 5 is 5 plus 5, which is 10. The answer is negative, and it's negative 1.5. Can I get a show of hands of students who got that correct? What about students that didn't get that correct? Okay, Ezio. Did you get it correct? Okay, good. Solution to this equation. Now, we could do our CAS calculators if you like, but generally speaking, well, 7x plus 5 equals 9 minus 5x. How do we do that? Menu, 3, 1 for solve. What's the equation? 7x plus 5, is it? Is equal to what? 9 take away 5x. And what are we solving for? Solving with respect to x. That's going to give me an answer of a third. Or you could have done it by hand, but let's face it, you got your calculator. Answer's A. This graph illustrates the cost of renting a car. What we want to know is the formula, but let's do process of elimination. What's the y-intercept? Or if you think about it, if this is cost, we've got cost in terms of x, if you like. So, but what is this intercept? It's 40. So if you think about it, y equals mx plus c, we're looking for a plus 40. That's going to rule out B. It's going to rule out C. Therefore, it has to be options A, D, or E. Now what we need to do is we now know what the y-intercept is, or the cost in dollars intercept. What we need to do now is we need to find the slope of that graph to determine which of these gradients is correct. Now, if any of them were negative, we could remove one. So, Deej, what did you find for the slope? How did you find the slope? Okay, so he's done 120 divided by 20. But the thing is, has it gone up? Has it gone up 120?
No, sorry, I meant to say 20 divided by.
So the rise is 80, you're saying?
Yep.
And then the run is 20, yes?
Yep.
So therefore, we got the slope as 4, so therefore the coefficient of x is 4, so the answer is D. Yes, good. Now this is what we call a hybrid function, a function which has two different, you think about a hybrid car, petrol and electric electric. Well, this is a hybrid function because we've essentially got two equations of two lines here. Here's one, here's the other. It's looking for t equals 4 to t equals 8. So we're actually looking for this line here. We're looking for the second one. Now, first of all, can you tell me, is it a positive or negative gradient? It is a negative gradient. So if that's a negative gradient, then that means that this 60t coefficient's positive. So then it can't be C. It can't be D. So we've already ruled that out. Would it have a y-intercept? Would the y-intercept be equal to 0? No, it couldn't. Or in this case, the c-intercept. So if it's, then it certainly can't be A. So therefore, if you were guessing, it's B or E. Now you could plug one of these values here. Look at this, 4 to 40. Why don't we just plug it into one of those? And we don't have to go and find the equation of the line. So what that says is that when t is equal to 4, what is c supposed to equal? What's c supposed to equal? Come on, someone shout it out. 240. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to plug that into B because we've only got two options. So let's try it. C is equal to 240 minus 60 times 4. 240 minus 240 is 0. Is this 0? No. So if it's not that one, we've just ruled it out. It has to be E. That's how I would do that question. Okay, you do not need to find the equation of the line. Now, it says here the equation of the line, this is a pretty straightforward one. This is in y equals mx plus c form, where c is the y-intercept. So instantly, c being 6, which means that, get rid of this, don't worry about this. Y equals 6 is a vertical line. So is y equals negative 6. So these are just baloney. This one here is negative 6, so that can't be it. Now, ask yourself this. Is it A or C? Is it a positive line or a negative line in terms of gradient? It's positive, so therefore the answer is C. It doesn't take that long when you think through it that way. You have to rule out options, okay? And a lot of you don't do, and a lot of you say multiple choice questions are hard. Deej, I hear you say that a lot. It's because you need to use this process to solve problems. A full tank holds 2,000 litres of water. Water is pumped out at a constant rate. Rate being the slope. Notice that this is a straight line. That means that this is a constant rate. And you can also think about it, if we're talking in terms of money, then this is actually like a depreciation. Okay, it's depreciating. It's getting smaller. The constant rate in litres per minute, well, the rate is just the slope. The slope of the line. I could use 2 points on that line. Now, you can see there, though, that it's sort of hard to see what point did you use. What's this time here where it actually gets to there? What is it? Okay, so we've got that let's see the rise. Don't even worry about it. The rise is equal to, it goes down 2,000. That's what I'm doing, man. 2,000 divided by 160, isn't it? And what does that give us? Is it now, first of all, the constant rate at which the water is being pumped out of the tank. Pumped out of the tank means that out means it's negative. So which one of these? 2,000 divided by 160 is? 12.5. Yeah, that sounds right. So the answer is D.
Why is it negative 2,000?
Yeah, because the rise is negative 2,000. But remember, the question's asking us for pumped out. Okay, the Blue Carps Cricket Club has different prices for its junior and senior. The total cost for 2 junior subscriptions and 1, I'm just going to call junior X. And I'm going to call senior Y, just because I felt like it. All right? You can do whatever you want. But what we got, the total cost for 2 junior subscriptions and 1 senior subscription is $150. And the cost of a senior subscription is 3 times the cost of a junior subscription. So 3x is equal to y. I've got a system of equations. Are these linear? They are. So now I can just go ahead and solve that. I can go menu. We could do one of two things. I'm going to show you a second way of doing this because this is actually quite sort of cool. Menu 3, 1. Oops. No. Let's do that again. I'm getting some lag here too. Menu 3, 1. Solve. What we're going to solve is we've got, what is it? 2x, is it 2x plus y? Yeah. We've got 2x, oh jeez. This is lagging a fair bit, so please, oh gee, that's a massive lag. 2x plus, look, oh. My computer's absolutely, oh my God. All right, I'm going to pause this video and